Hi, welcome to the Machzor before Rosh Hashana part 7. Yesterday we started speaking about the Unasana Tokef prayer. These words, the very last words recited by Rabbi Amnon of Mainz as he lay mutilated and hurt in front of the shul, and how these are the words which he gave over to his student to be incorporated as part of the Machzor for Rosh Hashana. Today let's look at some of these words of the Unasana Tokef prayer. They appear in the art scroll on page 480 and in this edition of the Nusach Hari on page 144. You know, Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur are spoken of as times when Hashem writes and seals our fate. And these are also evidenced in the words of the Unasana Tokef, where he says, V'chosev v'chosem, describing the atmosphere on high on this very powerful day, that it's a day when Hashem sits with firm, where his throne will be firm with kindness and he sits upon it with truth, and he judges and proves and he knows, who writes and seals and remembers all that has been forgotten. It's a day of writing, it's a day of sealing. One of the common themes which we find throughout Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur is that it's an idea that there's this concept of writing and sealing, and we ask Hashem to write us and seal us for the good. There's very powerful words said by the great Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev, the ultimate defender of the Jewish people. And he said as follows: there's a law that one is forbidden to write things on Yom Tov. Where a normal person cannot write anything on Yom Tov, and it follows thereby that if Hashem would instruct us not to write things on Yom Tov, he too would at least practice what he preaches. So how then can God write things on Yom Tov, write all our bad deeds and seal our fate? The answer to the question is that there is a situation in which a person is allowed to write on Yom Tov. And when is that? If it's a case of pikuach nefesh, which means if a soul or a person's life is in danger, then a person can desecrate the Yom Tov, can obviously desecrate the Shabbos in order to write something down. And the same thing applies over here. Says Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev, he turns to God and he says, if God is going to be writing and sealing for the bad, there's no permission to write. But if it's for the good, to save us, to write and seal us for the good, which is obviously what we want, then he's allowed to write. And that's what Rabbi Amnon mean over here when he wrote, he remembers all those things which were forgotten, all those good deeds which we may have forgotten, he writes them down. So wishing you a wonderful day, and tomorrow we'll continue with this powerful prayer.